Okay, so please overlook me as I have a sick one here, so I'm just kind of laid back right now. If you've seen my videos prior about the SA fishing company, about the face shields, and remember I said that they had contacted me and were asking me to use our story, or the story that I was going on about how we found that their face shields are good for when our air quality is bad. Kids can wear them, go out, no big deal, and they don't find you about wearing them. So, yeah, and they're so good too for keeping the sun off of you. I wore one when we went to the festival not long ago to keep the sun off my neck, and it was amazing. Anyway, they contacted me about sharing our story, and I told them it was fine. It's why I did it, because parents like me all the time are always looking for things to do, or things to make, the situation a little easier. And in return, they were like, well, we're going to send you an extra 5-pack of face mask. And I'm like, okay, it's not what I was expecting, but, we'll take it. Thank you. So this huge box shows up today. Then I open it up, and it looks like they sent every face mask that they have. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it looks like. And then they sent a small box like this. And for those of you that don't know, they have a monthly subscription box for $10. I think it's for 2 face shields. But yeah, you have a subscription box. And then if you join the team by getting the subscription, then you get a discount code that you can use. First off, they sent us 2 snapbacks, which is really funny because in the photo that they used, I was actually wearing a snapback. When I wear hats, I wear snapbacks, and I wear hats a lot in the summertime to keep the sun off of my face because I've had such bad reactions to the sun. So let's get to it. So the first thing is a shirt, which I haven't opened any of these. I'm not gonna sit here and open all of them because I don't want to fold them and put them back in the bag. But you'll probably see them in these videos. Okay, so this is like one of those moisture wicking shirts. So real nice with their logo on it. Yeah. It's one of those moisture wicking shirts, so it'll be real nice and cool in the summertime. Good fishing shirt. I told them, I was like, oh, I am an avid fisher, so, and well, the kids like to fish too. Was it you that caught the first fish when we were hiking that time, or was it your brother? I can't remember. The one where the boys that were fishing with you guys, like nobody wanted to get the fish off the hook, and I had to come over there and get them off and set them free. That was you? Yeah, so they like to fish too. And when we camp, where we camp at, you can, I set up on the water side, so we can set at our campsite and fish. I have my favorite spots there, so it's a lot of fun, and it's just right up the street. We're like, seriously, 10 minutes away. So they sent a shirt. They sent these huge decals for the car. That one, and then, oh, this giant one. They sent a ton of these, which I'm sure we will find something to put all of these on. And what you can't see too well on video is that says SA company. So they are a fishing company, but it seems, I'm guessing they're somewhere along the coastline, because they, seems like most of their, I've seen some beautiful fish. If you find their Instagram, their Instagrams where I think I've seen most of the pictures. I've seen some of the prettiest fish I've ever seen in my life that people have caught and tagged them in while wearing their SA gear. So they sent us a bunch of SA like a bunch of the face shields. So I'll just sit here and go through some of them. And it's awesome because it's like they sent, like they have some sectioned off that are for girls, some sectioned off that are for boys. Some of these I know what they are, some I don't. So I'm curious to open them and like see. There's two of these are just alike. So, and then we got like this color camo. This one, Kaylin was like, oh, I want that one. It's like the Nebula, the Galaxy, which is a really popular print right now anyway. Like some of these I want to open them to see what they are. I've looked at all their prints though, because I mean I've ordered a 5-pack from them before. This is some skull one. This one's got a fish on it. I don't know. And the American flag. Aiden will love any of these, I'm sure. And then there's that one. Some of them have got like these, got like faces, like if you can see here. I think this is the leprechaun one, like I have that I'll wear. I'm not sure, I'd have to pull it out. This looks like it's some kind of reptile. Let's see. This looks almost like carbon fiber print almost. There's this one. And these are longer than like the simple mask that you wear, like a lot of motorcycle people wear. And I mean I've worn them too. You can use these for the same thing. And they'll come up higher, and they'll come up higher on the back of the head, and they still protect, and you can tuck it down in your shirt. So if it's when you're cold, there you go. And I'm really curious to open some of these to see what they are, because I can't tell from looking at them. This one, I know what it is. It's a clown with a cigar, and then he's got a gold tooth too. So digital camo regular, digital camo pink. Another clown one. Aiden's gonna love the clown ones, I have a feeling, because like when you put them on properly, like it all fits, like your nose and your mouth, and they fit him. I mean, for him to be 10, they fit him, and they fit Katie, but she's, you know, she's my size, so that's not surprising. I cannot remember what print this is. Huh? Whatever. And then there's a flower Hawaiian tropical one. I like that print. I think it's pretty. I don't know what print that is. It looks like something reptilian too. I think we've got two of those as well. And it's cool because the kids can share them or have one apiece. That's some kind of skull, it looks like. And then they did send one of the reflective ones, which is good for hunting. This is digital camo, and then I can tell that it's a skull of some sort. And these, if you buy them, they come with a lifetime warranty. And they sent 3 of these, and it's the keychains, like, you put them on your keychains, it says get the logo on, and then your keys float if you drop them in the water. Like I said, it's a fishing company. So, I already gave one to my husband, and then, and I've got 2 sets of keys. I got one for each car, because I don't like to put a whole bunch of stuff on one keychain, because I've actually killed an ignition switch that way in a car before. So these will go on each of the sets of keys. And then there was the packing slip, and I've been talking to I think the guy that emailed me was the director of operations, or he was somebody high up in the company, because he said he like sent out my email throughout the entire company, and then had messaged me about sending me just an extra 5-pack, and then I get this huge box. And then there's a handwritten note on here that says, Jennifer, thank you again for sharing your story with us. I put together a really nice core package for you. Hopefully, they love it. Glad to have you guys part of the SA team, Matt. So, now, I'm not just saying this because the company, hooked us up. I made a video prior. There's pictures where we went Easter weekend. People think because we live where we live that the air quality, would be ideal. But if you look it up, Knoxville is in on the very high on the list of top 10 cities, worst cities for allergens in asthma patients. So, we don't actually live, we live barely inside the county, but we don't live in the city. Still, the air quality is horrible. about a month ago, I had it was the video where we shot us shooting the AR of my that belongs to a family member. I had a really bad asthma attack that day, trying to keep up with my dad, who has half a lung less than I do, because that air quality was horrible that day. So, like, most of my days is get up, check the mold count, check the pollen count, and check the air quality. I know I can't keep the kids in all the time, but when it is at the danger level, I try to limit them being outside, especially Aiden, because he will start coughing, and he also will have nosebleeds and stuff too. And it's all allergy related and asthma and stuff. So, you know, we always have, and right now pollen is awful. Like, it looks like it rains pollen right now. Our cars are yellow, everything's yellow, and I'm sure it's like that in a lot of places. But we have it really bad here. I mean, we live right at the foothills of the Smokies, so we have a lot of extra bloomage going on. But these are awesome for, it says sun, wind, insects, cold, particles, and moisture wicking. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ways that you can actually wear these. And if you look at their videos, it shows you all the different ways you can wear them, what you can use them for. So when I seen the particle one, that's what made me think. I'm like, this would be good for when air quality is bad, or pollen's high, or mold's high. Everybody thinks, you know, mold, it would affect asthma. Let me tell you a story. We were in the car one day, and Katie said, Aiden, something is all over your face. And I looked back, and he had like welts coming up, and he looked like he was starting to swell. And I'm like, what is going on? What have you ate? We pulled up at the pharmacy right then. And when we pulled up in the shade. And I don't know how many of you all know about allergic reactions and stuff like that, but the sun and the heat makes the swelling and stuff worse, which is normal because when things are hot and things swell anyway. We pulled in there and rolled the windows up, turned the air on, and in minutes he changed. And I mean, I was like this close to using an EpiPen on him. Had no idea what triggered it. I talked to his allergist, who told me, well, do you know what the mold count was that day? Because it's been high lately. And I was like, no, should I? He was like, yeah. He said that if the mold count is really high, that he can have an anaphylactic reaction just being outside. So I think that's when it really hit me that I really had to watch, you know, that. And he's not, I mean, Caitlin, mold is like one of her big allergy triggers too. She takes, where he gets 2 shots every week when we go to the shot clinic, she gets 1. She doesn't have as many environmental allergies as he does. He lit it up. I mean, I've probably, if I look, I still probably have the pictures from the testing, because they didn't just do, like, some people were like, oh, skin testing is not always accurate. Well, they have testing areas now where they can tell if something's from irritation or if it's a true reaction, because what they basically do is they use straight histamine on the skin, and that does trigger an actual reaction. And then they use one that is nothing, and it just shows what aggravation would look like, or irritation. So they both had the blood work done for food allergies. They had, which is called RAS testing. Then they had the skin testing, which was like 70, 80 something panels. Then they both had under the skin on the arm, where they went in, like, they had some questions on some things that they were unsure if it was showing positive on the test. So what they do is they go under the first layer of skin and directly inject the allergen under the skin, and then they wait 15 minutes and see what the, you know, and then read it. And so they both had that done. I can't remember how many she had done and I want to say he had 10 or 11, but that could have been mine because I had 10 or 11 done under my skin too. Do you remember how many you had done like that? Hello? Do you remember how many shots you had under your skin to see if you had more allergies than what was showing up? Yeah, she don't remember either. So, yeah, it's, so their doctor is really thorough, and, you know, the original doctor was like, that they seen, said that his food allergies weren't real, that they were just irritations. And this doctor was like, he's going by the numbers on the RAST, which are not 100% accurate because somebody can test really low. And those are the ones that will surprise you and end up in the ER. So he goes by off direct reactions. And that is why Aiden can't have a flu shot. Some people argue with you, oh, he can because so many people with eggs get flu shots all the time. That's true. They get them in the office of whoever their specialist is. So that way, if they have a reaction, you know, they can intervene. But even the CDC says that if a patient has had a reaction in the past, do not give them a flu shot. So he's had reactions before, so that's why he doesn't get a flu shot. And we left that up to his doctor. But yeah, anyway, SA Fishing Company, I will try to get links to all their social media and post here. I was looking for their Instagram the other day, and it took me a minute to find it because there was so many SA companies and SA Fishing and all this stuff, and I finally found the main one for the company. So I will try to include all of that in here so you can follow them. Check out their products. They have some amazing products, and if you're a fisherman or an outdoorsman or you like to fish, especially if you live like along the coastline and you do sea fishing and stuff, check them out because they have a lot of amazing products. They have a big straw hat that I want because where I have reactions to the sun thanks to medical issues. I try to keep the sun off my skin as much as possible, but it sucks because at the same time I love being outdoors. But when you have a reaction to the sun like I did the last year, it scared me. So now I go overboard when I go outside to make sure that I'm protected. You know, I still go swimming and stuff, but yeah, I bathe in sunscreen. Probably why I'm starting to turn the same color as my daughter now, who can't be out in the sun without burning, it seems. Like she can look at the sun and burn. And Aiden, I don't know if it's the Navajo in him, but he tans like no other. Lucky kid. And then he turns redheaded, so he's got dark skin, red hair, odd combination, but so cute. Katie, when she doesn't have hair color in the summertime, she turns redheaded too, but she's, you know, looks like an extra on Twilight, so with her skin color, that's not surprising. What? No, what? Anyway, thank you guys.